welcome back to my channel. And today, as you can see here, we do have another tutorial, and this is really beautiful pattern. As you can see, if you it stretches a lot, and both sides. Okay, so these sides, if you stretch like that, or this side when you stretch down, and it shows your pattern more. Okay, so this is one of the pieces, and I'm going to show you how to crochet this pattern, and we are going to make two of these, okay, in the same size for the front and back, as well as we are going to make one for our sleeves. Okay, so I have already, so the sleeves I just did this simple because I'm thinking with the sleeve, if I do the same pattern, it will be too heavy, so I just did this pattern for the sleeve, and I close. Okay, I made a ribbing for our wrist. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So we are going to create two sleeves, and two panels for the sleeves and two panels for the front and back. Okay, so we are going to start with our front and back. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do this crochet pattern, and it's really cute and very easy. So what I'm going to do is I will give you, okay, the measurement, so and you can just get your measurement and you can work from that, because I'm going to only show you in a small piece. Okay, and I already have my pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to do this pattern. Okay, and then give you the measurement that I did. Okay, so if you just like leave like that and without stretching, and this width is okay, so we're going to do, think, this part here. As you can see, this is 56 centimeter. Okay, so you can adjust. For this size it is loose for myself, but I want to make this like a loose top, so I have 56 for this. So you have to make, if you're going to do this, you need to make two panels together. Okay, the size of 56 centimeter, or if you're going to work with your measurement, okay, and you can do that as well. And then, so this is for the front and back panel, the length. Okay, so without stretching, I'm going to give you the length, and that is 32. Okay, so 32 without stretching. If you're going to stretch it, okay, and it goes, especially if you're wearing it, because it will pull down. So if you want to measure it while it's stretched, you can do that. Yeah, so you just have to work. So the length, it will be the length of your top, and the width is the size of yourself. Okay, so your measurement. Okay, so to get the measurement, you need to go and measure around your body, okay, to the biggest part if you want it loose, and then you can just like work on like bigger piece. Okay, so this is the front and the back, and now we are going to move to the sleeve. Okay, so I'm going to give you the length first. The length without stretching is 50. So this one is, it depends on how long you want it to be. So 50 centimeter, and oh, it's not stretched. The width is 30 centimeter. Okay, and this is just continuous. Okay, so one piece. This looks like smaller because of this part here, so that's why it's a little bit smaller, compact, but this is just one size, and I just added this ribbing, okay, for our wrist. If you want to, if you don't want to do the ribbings, that's totally okay. So now that we do have our measurement, and we can start doing our front panel. As I mentioned before, I am only going to work with a small sample, okay, and you can only make it longer or make it shorter. Okay, so you can adjust from there. It's just, you know, the count of this, and you can add to it to make it bigger, or you can reduce it to make it smaller. So it depends. Okay, so without further ado, okay, let's jump into our tutorial. Okay guys, so let's begin our tutorial. And before I start, so this pattern, okay, you need to work multiple of 5. Okay, so you chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 until you have your measurement, and you have to add 2 in the end. Okay, so you have to work multiple of 5 until you have your measurement. For example, you have to work 50. Okay, that's multiple of 5, and then you have to add 2 in the end. If you're going to work 70, okay, and then you have to add 2 at the end. Okay, so hopefully it does make sense. And to start with, we're going to create our slip knot, and you can use any yarn, and you just have to use the recommended size, or you can play with it. Okay, so as you can see, my yarn here, okay, so this is just for the video tutorial. I have this finger eight yarn, which is like 4 pieces or 4 strands, and I'm just going to, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so that is the strand that they're giving me is like 4. You have 4 different, and so for this video tutorial, I'm going to chain 30 plus 2. Okay, so it will give you the length, I suppose, to see how it work. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. Oh boy. Okay, so let's count it again. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. That's 30. And now we're going to add our 2 in the end. And so if you're going to work bigger or longer, okay, you can continue, pause the video, and come back when you're ready. Okay, so working on the first row. Okay, so we're going to skip this first stitch from the hook. Okay, so this one is not count, so we skip one, and into the second is we're going to do a single crochet. So insert, pull up a loop, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so then after that we're going to chain 5. Okay, so with this chain, okay, this will give you the option if you want it wider or if you want it, you know, like smaller. Okay, then after that we're going to skip 3, 1 2 3 into the 4th chain. We're going to single crochet, and we're going to chain 3, and into the same stitch we're going to do a single crochet. Okay, so this will give you, this is the part, it is called a picot stitch. Okay, that will give you later on, you're going to see why we do have this, or why we do need to make this picot stitch. Okay, so after that, okay, so this is how it looks like. You're going to chain 5, so after chaining 5, okay, we're going to skip 3, 1 2 3 into the 4th is we're going to single crochet, chain 3 after that, and into the same stitch we're going to do a single crochet. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So we have this chain 5, and then we have this picot stitch. So after the picot stitch we're going to chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, we skip 3, 1 2 3, and single crochet into the next, chain 3, and single crochet back into the same stitch to make our picot stitch, chain 5, and we skip 3, and into the 4th, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet into the same stitch. Okay, so this row here is looking very weird. So as you can see, they're like all over the place, but it will make sense later on as we progress our row. Chain 5 after the picot, and skip 3, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet into the same space. Okay, so while you're working this, you need to make sure that after the chain 5 you single crochet, you chain 3, and single crochet. because you will be seeing this picot stitch here in every stitch that you connect. Okay, after the skip you have to have the picot, otherwise you will be just doing a mesh, okay, pattern. Okay, so after the picot, chain 5 and you skip 3, 1 2 3, and into the 4th, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet back into the same stitch. And now we chain 5, and we're going to skip 1 2 3 and into the last. Okay, we're going to single crochet. Okay, so as you can see, it is at the moment all over the place, but you need to make sure that we have single crochet here and we have single crochet here too. Okay, so then after that we're going to chain 5 and turn our work, and into this chain 5 space, okay, we are going to work. Okay, so we have chain 5 here, so we're going to locate the middle part, 1 2. Okay, so 1 2 into this middle part here. We're going to single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Okay, so the first row is we have a chain 5. Into the second row we're working into the chain 5 space. After that, so we created our picot, we're going to chain 5 and we're going to skip this picot stitch, and into this chain 5s is we're going to work our single crochet and another picot. Okay, so 1 2, just find this third stitch or the middle part and do your single crochet, chain 3, and back into the same space with a single crochet. So this is how it looks like now. As you can see here, this is our, because it's a mesh, and then you can see this picot that will be our design for this mesh. So after you've created a picot, you have to chain 5 and you have to skip this picot stitch and work into the next chain 5 space. Okay, and grab the middle part and single crochet, chain 3, and back into the same space for a single crochet, chain 5, skip the picot stitch into this chain 5. Okay, you have to find the middle or the third and single crochet, chain 3, and another single crochet into the same spot, chain 5, and skip and into the chain 5 space, locate for the third chain, single crochet, chain 3, and back into the stitch for single crochet, chain 5, and skip, and look at your middle stitch. And single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet back into the same stitch. And now we're going to chain 5, and we're going to locate the third stitch here. Okay, so you're going to count from here 1 to the third there, and single crochet. Remember when we started here. Okay, so we chain 5, and then in the first chain 5 space, okay, we created our first picot stitch. So in the last is we need to have that as well. Okay, so after that, chain 3 and make your picot stitch. Okay, so this is how it looks like now. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Later on, this will stretch, and this will go like, it will stretch down, and you will see the beauty of it. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so to finish our row, okay, because we have chain 5 here, we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to double crochet into this stitch from the previous row, like that, so it matches. Okay, so as we have chain 5 here, so it matches there. Okay, so after that, okay, so working on the third row is we're going to repeat row 1. Okay, so chain 1, and then turn your work, and into that first stitch we're going to single crochet. Okay, so remember when we did our first row is we single crochet into the first, and then we created this chain 5 here, so we're going to chain 5. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5, oops, that's 6. Okay, so then after that we're going to skip this picot stitch, and we're going to work into this middle stitch of our chain 5 space, and work a single crochet, chain 3, and a single crochet into the same stitch. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, so this is our first row, and then this is our second row. Okay, and now we're working into our third row, which repeats the first row. So we have a picot here, and then we have a picot there as well. Okay, so we will be repeating row 1 and row 2 the entire pattern. Okay, so after the picot you have to chain 5. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5, oops, that's 6. Okay, and skip, Okay, so with this project, okay, you just have to remember that we will be working, okay, so after the first row we will be working into the chain 5 space that we created. Okay, and we're going to create or work into the middle stitch of that chain 5. So chain 3 and then work back. Okay, so with this pattern is it is good to work into the stitch, okay, not just work into the middle. With this is you can make sure that it's not moving. Okay, so if you're going to work over, okay, or around the chain, is it moves, but by doing this, working into the third stitch inside the stitch, is you make sure that it's not moving. So as you can see here, this is how our pattern looks like. Okay, so as you can see, we have this picot here which makes our mesh, okay, really look pretty. Okay, and you're just going to continue this. Okay, so chain 5 and then skip and work into the chain 5 space in the middle, so which is the third chain, and chain 3, use single crochet, and then chain 3 and single crochet back into that stitch, then chain 5 and skip the picot stitch and work into the third chain of our chain 5, single crochet, chain 3 and single crochet back. And we're just going to complete this until to the end of the row. So if ever that you forget, okay, making your picot, okay, this is how it looks like. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5. If ever that you forget, okay, I'm going to show you how it looks like. Okay, and then after that you do your chain 3 and okay, so now as you can see, so this part here is we forgot our picot stitch, and it's nothing, it's just a mesh. Okay, so we don't have this picot stitch on top of it. So that is how, you know, so when you're working later on, this will be empty. Okay, so just make sure that you don't skip. Okay, so 1 2 3 and go back. Okay, so before you moved on, you just have a look, chain 5 and then skip and then continue. And now we're going to work into the last 5 and we're going to work into this, we skip 2 here and into this third chain we are going to do our single crochet. Okay, and then this is how, now this is how it looks like, so you can kind of see our pattern. Okay, so later on when it is stretched, it will look like that. Okay, and this will stretch down. Okay, and how pretty is that? And then after that, okay, so we're going to work row 2. We're going to repeat row 2, which is chain 5, then turn our work and into this first chain 5 space. So we are going to create this. Okay, so this is our row 2. Now we're going to do that into our row 4. Okay, so row 1, row 2, and then your 3 4 is row 1, row 2 again. Okay, so that is our repeat. Okay, so in this middle stitch here, we're going to single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet back for our picot stitch, chain 5, and skip the picot stitch and work into this chain 5 space, locate the chain 3 or the middle, chain 3, and single crochet. Okay, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet for your picot. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Chain 5, and locate the 3rd stitch, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Chain 5, skip, and work into the 3rd stitch, single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Okay, so this is how it's looking at the moment, and this is very, very simple. And continue until the end of the row. And here we're going to do our last picot. And to finish it off, chain 2, and we're going to double crochet into this chain that we did from previous row. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, so we started from here, and then that's how it looks like. Okay, now it's starting to make sense, and this, if you spread it out, and this is how it looks like. Okay, isn't it very pretty? Okay, so you can see this picot stitch here that gives the mesh, okay, a really, really nice look. Okay, so working on row 5, okay, you're going to do row 1 again, which is chain 1, and into this first chain you're going to do your single crochet, as you can see, we have a picot here. Okay, so we are going to skip over. We're going to chain 5. We skip this picot stitch and we're going to work into the middle stitch of our chain 5 space. A single crochet, chain 3, and a single crochet. Okay, so as you can see, this is our first row. This is our first row. This is our second row. Okay, so you just have to continue doing that. As you can see, you just have to look. Okay, the repeat of this project is row 1 and row 2, row 1 and row 2. Okay, and then we're back in row 1. Okay, so you have to look, okay, what your project look like. Okay, the next row is because we're working into this chain 5 space, you just have to look. Okay, so where is the next? Okay, so the next is into this first chain 5, which is the row 2. Okay, so hopefully guys this make more sense. Okay, as you can see, this is how it looks like, and you just have to continue your rows, bigger, longer, and everything. And now once you have your front and back panel, okay, now we're going to create our sleeves, which is the same, just without the picot. It's just the mesh. Okay, so it's the same as well. You have to get your measurement and you have to work with your measurement. Okay, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so this pattern here is for our front and back. Okay, so this is our front panel, front and back panel. Okay, so they are both the same size. Okay, so as you can see here, this is how it looks like. And now I'm going to show you, okay, how to do this just mesh without, it is the same. Okay, so you just have to do your chain, and then how it works is the same without the, you just have to single crochet and then chain 5, single crochet without the chain 3, and then single crochet into the same stitch. Okay, so this one doesn't have the picot. Okay, so just the simple double crochet and simple chain 5, single crochet. Okay, so I'm going to show you this, guys, and as well as what I did into the end. Okay, so this is my ribbing. I just did a double crochet and I created 3 rows of the double crochet. Okay, so you can go longer if you wanted, or you can make it shorter, or you can have none of these. Okay, so let's jump into it. Okay, so to make this, to start this is still the same. Okay, so you're going to insert and make your slip knot, and you are going to chain the same as what we did before. Okay, so just make your measurement, or just get your measurement. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and add 2. And then after that you're going to skip the first and single crochet into the next, and here we're going to chain 5 and we're going to skip 3 1 2 3 and into the fourth, single crochet, chain 5, skip 3 and into the next, chain 5, skip 3 and into the next. Okay, so the difference is we don't make our picot stitch, okay, for the sleeves. We just chain 5 and then single crochet. Skip 3 1 2 3 and into the next, chain 5, skip 3 into the next, and skip 3 and single crochet, 1 2 3 and single crochet, and into the last, single crochet. Okay, then after that we chain 5, chain our work. So this is our row 2. Okay, so the same as what we did before. Okay, into this chain 5 space, we're going to locate the middle part or the third chain and single crochet, chain 5 and skip and into this middle stitch. Okay, you locate that, 1 2 the third, single crochet, chain 5 and into the chain 5 space, single crochet, chain 5, the chain 5 space, single crochet, 1 2 3 4 5 and into the third chain, 1 2 3 4 5 and into the third, 1 2 3 4 5 okay, and into the last space. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so the only thing missing is the picot in the inside the stitches. Okay, so we don't have that. To finish the row 2 is we're going to chain 2 and we're going to double crochet into this first stitch or to complete our row. Okay, so we have a chain 5 here, so we did the same here too. And then after that, chain 1, we're going to repeat row 1. Okay, so row 1 here, as you can see, we have a chain of 5. And then we skip this single crochet here, we work, and we skip this space here, we work into, because as you can see in the row 1, we skip this and we work into this, we skip 3 and we work. Okay, so we have to skip as well, and we're going to work into this middle chain 5 space, but we're working into the stitch. Chain 5, and single crochet, and then single crochet. So it's just the same without the picot. Okay, so it's just simple mesh. Okay, so what we're going to do is repeat row 1, row 2. So this one is we're going to row 1, and then we're going to repeat row 2 after that. Okay, so this is the last space that we did. Okay, so we did here, and now this is our last, because we did chain 5 there, so we're going to do a chain of 5 as well. 1 2 3 4 5, and now we're going to skip 3 stitch from here, 1 2, and then the third one. Okay, we're going to insert and do our single crochet. Okay, so that finish our row 3, and the row 4. Okay, we're going to do row 2. Okay, so row 2, we chain 5, chain 5, and into this chain space here, we're going to start our single crochet. So now we have that. So as you can see here, okay, so this is our row 1, and then our row 2, and then row 3, we repeat this, and our row 4 is we repeat this part here. We did the first chain 5 here, and then the first chain 5 space, we did our single crochet. Okay, and we're just going to continue. So this is how you crochet a mesh stitch pattern. Okay, but there's a lot of different ways that you can do as well, but this one, it is really beautiful. Okay, so continue doing that, guys, and I'm going to show you how to connect them together. Okay, and how to do the last bit of the ribbings. Okay, so I will continue doing this for a few rows, and then so you can have like an idea. Okay, so this is your sleeves, and then after that I'm going to show you how to add the ribbings to it. Okay, so I'm going to show you the guys. I'm going to show you how did I create these ribbings into our wrist. Okay, so this part here from this big, okay, and then end up with this. Okay, so once you have your, this one is pretty small, but if you have your own big size, okay, I'm just going to show you how to put ribbings, okay, to your cardigan. Okay, so once we have finished, okay, so this is the wide that we have, and then we're going to create a ribbing to it, and we're just going to chain 3 and turn our work. Okay, so now we're going to place ribbings into this space here. So what I'm going to do is into this space is we're going to place a double crochet. Okay, so one in this on top of the double crochet, and into the space 2 double crochet, and now we're going to place 1 double crochet in top of this single crochet from the previous row, and this space here we are going to place 2 double crochet. And on top of this single crochet 1 double crochet. Okay, so that it shows getting smaller. Again, 2 double crochet into the space. Okay, this is customizable as well. If you want a little bit more bigger, you can adjust that as well. Okay, so just work, but with my project I did like this. Okay, so you're just going to continue. So this big space of the chain 5 that we created, okay, instead of 5 there, we're going to only have 2 double crochet. So now as you can see, it's getting smaller. If you want a little bit more smaller, you can do 2 double crochet together, and you're going to end up with 1 double crochet there. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. So if you're just going to continue doing that, and if you have like more bigger than this, and then it's going to show. As I mentioned, you can customize this as well. Okay, it depends on how big you want. And if you don't want the ribbings, and you can just like leave this off. But if you want the ribbing, and then yes, please do so. And on top of this, chain 3 here. Okay, so this is our first row, and then chain 3. Okay, and if you want a little bit smaller, you can do that as well. Okay, you can do two stitch together, or you can just like continue doing this, 1 double crochet in every row, or you can adjust and you can make decrease. And if you want to make it bigger, you make it smaller, and then want bigger as well, you can increase that. So that's the beauty of this. And you just have to continue. So as you can see here, okay, it's getting smaller, as you can see from here. Okay, so you have to continue that as long as you want your project to be. So with my project, I did 1 2 3 4 rows. Okay, so 4 rows of the double crochet, and then in the end is I did the single crochet just to finish. Okay, so I did the single crochet, and I did 4 rows of the double crochet. Okay, so it's up to you. You can do 3. You can adjust this as well. Okay, so you can do more longer, or you can do shorter. Okay, so this is how I created a ribbing for this project. Okay, so now after doing that, now we are going to connect our project. Okay, so grab your front and back panel. Okay, and you have to locate where is the inside and where is the outside. Okay, so looks like this is my outside, so I will put it up like that. So I'm going to do right side facing each other. Okay, so this one here, this is my outside, so I'm going to face it down like that. And now we are going to, what I'm going to do is just I'm going to count. Okay, so we have to determine how wide we want our shoulder to be. And I'll just grab my a few stitch marker. You can still have my stitch marker are kind of missing. Okay, so it's a few stitch marker there, and now we are going to determine how wide we want our neck opening to be. Okay, so I'm going to start from here, just going with the spaces. So I'm just going with the spaces here because we started with the base. Well, space 1, 2. Okay, so 3, 4, maybe 5, or maybe 4. I'm going to put that now in 4. Okay, so later on you can add the seam or over here as anyway, and I'm going to do the same in the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have this wide part to be the opening. Okay, so going to do 4, and then you can put it on, and if you're happy, and then you can continue with that. Okay, so you can adjust that as well if how much opening you want. And into the side. Okay, so we have to match as well. Okay, so that's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8. Okay, so maybe 9. Okay, and I will place my stitch marker, and we're going to close this off, and this will be the opening of our shoulder. You can adjust that as well here. And I'm just going to use single crochet for this, okay, to close it off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're just going to match, okay, match from one side to another. Okay, so this part here, and now we grab our yarn. Okay, and we are going to start sewing. Well, sewing or connecting. Okay, you can use if you don't want a crochet hook, you can use your needle as well. Okay, so I'm going to grab my first stitch here and grab into the other side as well. Okay, so 1, 2, so the third stitch there. Okay, and I'm just going to single crochet into the first, and into this space here, just going to go around and just do a single crochet. So to make it bigger or seamlessly, okay, I'm going to place 3 single crochet, and into our single crochet 1 single crochet, and into the space 3 single crochet, and just make it a little bit loose, not too tight. and here as well. So if you want more loose, okay, you can totally do that. Okay, you can add more stitches. Okay, so let's have a look at it. Okay, so this is how it looks like on the top. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing this and do sew everything. So what I'm going to do is just sew into the space in here, because it's a double crochet, so you can place 2 or 3 single crochet and then continue. Okay, so that's all. And then after we've done this, and then we connect. Okay, so once you finish this, and then we are going to connect our arm before we sew this part here. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I want to show you guys, okay, finishing into this. So everything, okay, even the side, to finish, okay, you have to, I advise you have to finish into not the space but into the single crochet, okay, to make it a little bit more stronger, I suppose. Okay, so once we finish our body part or the shoulder, okay, so we're going to place it out. So as you can see here, this is the opening of our neck, and then this is our shoulder. And now you need to fold your project and find the middle, and you're going to place, so you have to decide as well. So it needs to be the bottom is facing down, or the outside is facing down, and this is the middle of my work. So I'm going to place that, connect into that middle part there, and now I'm going to connect this part as well, just to connect it. Okay, so you don't have to stretch because everything is not stretched, so just lay it down and you just eyeball them, or you can count if you want, and you're going to mark this, and then after marking it, and then you're going to stitch them together. Okay, so the same the same method. Okay, single crochet everything to connect, and then I will do that off camera, and I will come back when I'm finished both my shoulder, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so once it's sewed on, this is our project look like. Okay, so the middle part with the opening, that is our body, and the 2 small size on the sides is, that's our sleeves. Okay, and then we are going to fold them and we are going to sew them. Okay, once we folded, this is how it looks like. With this project, this is a crop type sleeve on, okay, cardigan or sweatshirt or something like that. Okay, it is lacy, so it is crop top, and then we are just going to sew or connect the arms and the sides, and we are finished. And then we can add ribbings around your neck as well if you wish. Okay, but then now we are going to do the arms. Okay, connect them and the sides as well, connect them, and I'll come back, guys. So the method is the same. It is a single crochet method to connect the side and the arm, or the sleeves. Okay, and I will come back. Okay, so now this is our sleeve. Okay, going to the underarm, and since I still do have my yarn connected, I'm going to start here. So the same method. It is a single crochet. Okay, so I'm just going to find my first double crochet there and connect. Okay, and I'm going to do another single crochet into that stitch, so it gives me, okay, so now this is connected, and now with this double crochet here, I'm just going to do two double crochet there, two single crochet, and on top of this double crochet I'm going to connect with a single crochet as well, and into the space of double crochet, two single crochet. Okay, just make it loose. And if you think this is bulky, okay, and you can adjust as well. Okay, so now if we're going to turn it around, okay, so this is how it shows the connected part. Okay, so just continue doing that both sides. So as I'm saying before, this is totally customizable. Okay, so if you think it is getting so like this here, so you can only do and you can only adjust, okay, what suits you. Okay, so with this one here, okay, I'm going to insert there, and I'm going to insert in the other side and do my single crochet, and into this space I'm going to do one single crochet, and into this bottom part, or in between, or the connected part, and this as well. Okay, so that is kind of tricky. Okay, so I think so there's too much connection. Okay, just going to connect that there and connect there. Okay, you just have to keep an eye that it's not too bulky, and then you can only check if it is bulky, and then you adjust. Okay, so at the moment it is good enough, so I'm going to continue this. So as I mentioned here, is you just have to eyeball and get it connected, and if you need to adjust, please adjust. Okay, so once I finish my sleeves, okay, I'm just going to continue and doing the side body as well. Okay, so I'm just going to continue inserting from here and here, and just continuing to the other side, or to the other side, down the body, so I don't have to cut my yarn. And I will do the same on the other side. So as you can see here, I'm just going to insert, I'm just inserting my yarn, okay, into the spot that is match, as you can see there. Okay, so we have that to finish. Okay, so I'm going to finish this, guys, and I'll come back and I'll do the other side as well, and I'll come back and I'm going to show you. Okay, so the final project, okay, the finished project, and I will do and decide what to do with the neck. Okay, guys, so this is how it looks like. So I decided not to do anything on the top around our neck. So this is how it looks like, our ribbings, and because this is crop top, so that is the length. It's still above your belly button. So if you want more shorter, you can do that, as I mentioned before, because this is stretchy. So when you're putting it on, it stretches down. Okay, so hopefully, guys, you like this video, and if you do, please like this video and share to your friends. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified every time I will post a new video. Okay, so enjoy crocheting, everyone, and have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.